Hello students, welcome back to Tuition Masters, and today we are here with doing Glimpses of India part 2 and 3 under 10 minutes. Summary under 10 minutes session, we are going to discuss the part 2 and 3 of the chapter Glimpses of India. In a previous session, we discussed about the first place, that is a baker from Goa. Today, we're going to discuss about Coorg and Assam as well. Make sure to stay tuned at the end, like this video, share with friends, and subscribe to the channel right away. Starting with the first one, the second part of the chapter Glimpses of India, that is Coorg. So let us quickly summarize. This the beautiful part Coorg is written by Lokesh Abrol. Coorg is known as the coffee country because it is famous for its rainforest as well as spices. This is known as a piece of heaven. It is located between Mysore and Mangalore. It is a land of rolling hills inhabited by a proud race of martial men, beautiful women, and wild creatures. So, what are the types of people living? We have martial men, we have beautiful women, and as well as wild creatures living in Coorg. Coorg, also known as Kodagu, is a small district in Karnataka, and it is known for its very high evergreen rainforest, which is approximately 30% of this district. Now, what about the weather of Coorg? Visitors stay away from the place during monsoon because although there are so many evergreen forest, there is too much of heavy downpour. It's too much extreme. It like rains cats and dogs. So the season of joy continues here from September till March. Weather is perfect with little bit amount of showers during the time. So that's a very favorable climate between September and March. Coffee estates and colonial bungalows stand tucked under the tree canopies in prime corners. In regular corner, there are coffee. There are some hawkers who sell coffee. Then there are colonial bungalows as well. They are there tucked under these canopies of the tree. About the Kurgi people, they are possibly of Greek or Arabic descent. Okay, that the ancestors are possibly from Greek or Arab. Why? Because it is said that Alexander's army had moved to South India along the coastal side and settled there and never returned back. So maybe they married with the locals and everything. All right, and the marriage and religious rites were distinct from the Hindu stream as well. So that is why theory states that mostly people of Coorg are basically Greek or Arabic. Arab origin draws support from the long black coat with an embroidered waist belt worn by the Kodavus, known as kufiya. It resembles the kufiya worn by the Arabs and the Kurds. So such kind of uniform are worn by them. So yes, even Kurgi people wear it. So that is why it is resembling. Now, what are the tales of valor? Kurgi homes have tradition of hospitality, means treating people with very high respect when they come, and they are more than willing to recite numerous tales of valor related to their sons and fathers. The Coorg regiment is one of the most decorated regiments in the Indian Army. They are well known for their dresses and everything. The first chief of Indian Army, General Karyappa, was a Coorgi. So, the in the Indian army as well, the Indian army, the chief was General Karyappa, who was a Kurgi itself. Even now, Kodavus are the only people in India who can carry firearms without a license. Kodavus are the people of Kurg itself. So, what next? Rivers and mountains are very beautiful parts of the nature. Kaveri obtains its water from the hills and forest of Coorg itself. Mahasir, a large freshwater fish, and fishers are found in this water. The climb to the Brahmagiri hills has a panoramic view of the entire misty landscape of Coorg. So basically, you can climb the Brahmagiri hills to see a very great view of the Coorg. And a walk across the rope bridge will lead to you a 64-acre island of Nisargadhamba. All right. And with the last part, what about the Tibbets? Buddhist monks from India's largest Tibetan settlement stays at nearby Bailakuppe, and visitors searching for the heart and soul of India, they discover monks who are colored in red, orc, as well as yellow robes. And there are many among the many surprises in Coorg. So this is nothing but a very great description about Coorg, the people, and its history. Moving to the next part, that is tea from Assam, where we talk about two friends and about Assam, which is known as the very famous for tea. Rajveer's visit to Assam. Pranjal and Rajveer, they both are friends, and they were set to go to Pranjal's hometown, that is in Assam. So this story starts in a train compartment where the tea vendor asks if they want to have some tea. So they bought 2 cups just like the other people in the compartment, and Pranjal was reading a detective book. Rajveer was keenly interested in looking the scenery outside because he has never seen such a beautiful nature. Now, the tea garden. Soft green paddy fields were followed by tea bushes. A sea of tea bushes stretched as far as the eye could see. So, along a very, very long distance, Rajveer could see the beautiful farms there of tea. And it was a very normal thing for Pranjul. And there's an ugly building with smoke blowing out of its tall chimney. That was also visible. There was large concentrations of plantations. Now Rajvi never saw such things, so he was quite fascinated and excited. But Pranjal, he was born and brought up there, so he was quite familiar with these plantations and did not have much interest in looking outside. Now, Assam had the largest concentration of plantations for tea, right? And Rajveer said no one really knew who discovered tea, but there are many legends. Legends, as in, there are many stories through which we get to know how tea was discovered. One of the legend was in China. One Chinese emperor who always boiled water before drinking, what happened was a few leaves or twigs burning under the pot fell into the water. Okay, and it gave a very good flavor. So these were known as the tea leaves. Next, other legend is about the Bodhidharma, an ancient Buddhist ascetic cut off his eyelids as he felt sleepy during meditations. 10 tea plants grew out of his eyelids itself, and the leaves of these plants, when put in hot water and drunk, banish the sleep. So that is another theory, correct? So this is like little bit mythological as well, right? So yes, these are there are many different legends which say about the discovery of tea. Now, other one was tea was first drunk in China when we go back till 200,000 BC. Rajveer added to it. He said that in tea is also known as chai and chini. These words come from China itself. Tea came to Europe in the 16th century itself and more like an medicine than as a beverage. In India, it's commonly drank as a beverage, isn't it? While going on, the train arrived to the Mariana Junction. Boys collected their luggage and went ahead with Pranjul's parents. They drove towards Bari, the tea garden managed by Pranjul's father, and an hour later the car veered sharply to the main road where they could see more tea estate. Now, the Bari tea estate where they went, on both sides of the road, there were beautiful tea bushes which were neatly plunged to the same height, and groups of tea pluckers with bamboo baskets were plucking the newly sprouted leaves for tea plantation. Pranjal's father slowed down to allow a tractor pulling a trailer load of tea leaves. That's why Assam is so famous for teas. Then, sprouting period that lasted from May to July and yielded the best quality of tea during that time. Mr. Barua replied affirmatively to Rajveer as well. So, with this, students, we have completed with the today's session. Thank you so much for watching. This was a quick summary under 10 minutes wala session where we discussed both the parts. Make sure to like this video, share with friends, and subscribe to the channel right away for more such interesting video. We'll come up with summary in 10 minutes or others of your poems and chapters as well. So make sure to stay tuned and goodbye.